One of the stories dominating headlines over the past week or so has been Colin Kaepernick's refusal to stand for the National Anthem. Now, as soon as it happened, I immediately put out on Twitter, this is going to be complicated. One, I didn't think it would bring about any real change, but two, he had the right to do it, but it wasn't strategic. In the days that have followed, it has just melted down into a chaotic, blurry kind of mess, and most egregious to me, notwithstanding the man's, I'm sure, sincere desire to protest and stand up for injustice, is that people are comparing him to Muhammad Ali, Jackie Robinson, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Let's just get into it. Hello YouTube, I'm back. I know, I hear you, I understand. I've been away, I haven't been keeping up with my videos. I've been working really hard on a big project that I'm very excited about, and that's just kept me busy. I can't wait to talk about it, but I can't talk about it yet. Shh. So I apologize to all of my subscribers, and hi to all my new subscribers. I hit 100 subscribers. What? 100 subscribers. I officially now have my own custom YouTube URL, youtube.com/Darryl M. Bell. Easy to find as opposed to / comma, colon, semicolon, letter, star, number, star, you get what I'm saying. So it's easy to find this channel in all my future YouTube videos. So thank you for everyone who's been patient and waiting for me and encouraging me to do another video. And thank you all my new subscribers for coming on and putting me over 100. So without further ado, let's talk Colin Kaepernick. So this video is going to be a little bit different. Heretofore, when I've made a video, it's been telling a true story that's kind of funny or something that happened to me. Today I'm going to talk about an issue, Colin Kaepernick, because it's something I've just watched it. It's been frustrating for me in all kinds of ways because look, I said as soon as it happened, even in the opening piece, he has the right to do it. But if his cause is something, because that's the real problem, you don't know exactly what his cause was. Now, in the subsequent days, other people have chimed in to try to help him to give his protest substance because it was lacking. There really was no substance when this first started. Now we're trying to add substance because people are like, yeah, let's help him out because he's floundering a little bit and his heart's in the right place, but this is all crooked. Look, if you listen to what did he have to say when he was first asked, when he first was asked the question, what is this about? What he said was, ultimately it's to bring awareness and make people realize what's really going on in this country. There are a lot of things going on that are unjust, people aren't being held accountable for, and that's something that needs to change. That's something that this country stands for, freedom, liberty, justice for all, and it's not happening for all right now. Okay, I mean, it's a fine statement. It just doesn't tell me what exactly are you protesting? Now, in days since, we've heard about police brutality, we've heard about, and to be fair, later on in that interview, when pressed, they said, for example, what are you talking about? And he said, well, police brutality, for example. It was like he picked it out of a hat. The question is, if you really have some cause for which you want to draw attention and to try to help by choosing to sit out of the National Anthem, a gesture for which people are so decidedly for or against, You are going to blur the message of whatever your cause is because you will have invoked the passions of those who had no interest in your cause, but specifically want to oppose you just because of the way in which you're protesting. That's the challenge, and that's what's happened. Most of the conversation has been about his right to or not to stand during the national anthem. And to further muddy the waters, there's some people have said the military fought for our right, and now we're talking about military and their right to fight, none of which is what he was protesting. And you can't denigrate the flag like this. For the record, he's not standing for the anthem. He's not doing anything to the flag. Again, confusion about all of the issues. So when someone went on further to ask him in a follow-up question, they said to Colin, is this something that's evolved as a philosophy in your mind, or has it progressed for you to make a stand like this? To which he said, it's something that I've seen, I felt, wasn't quite sure how to deal with originally, and it's something that's evolved. It's really, as I've gained more knowledge about what's going on in this country in the past and what's going on currently, these aren't new situations. This isn't new ground. Things have been going on for years and years and have never been addressed, and they need to be. Again, I guess a fine statement, but yet unclear. And what's really got me is that people have talked about this is in the best traditions of Muhammad Ali, Jackie Robinson, and yes, even Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Let's be clear. When Muhammad Ali converted to Islam, when he became a Muslim, he exercised his right to religious freedom. Moreover, when he was drafted to go enlist for the Vietnam War, that's when he took a stand. He took a stand against the draft and the United States government. And when Ali went to go to either not or take the step into the draft, he didn't say a word originally. By the time Ali finally crafted a statement, what did he say about being drafted? Why should they ask me to put on a uniform and go 10,000 miles from home and drop bombs and bullets on brown people in Vietnam while the so-called Negro people in Louisville are treated like dogs and denied simple human rights? No, I'm not going 10,000 miles from home to help murder and burn another poor nation simply to continue the domination of white slave masters of the darker people the world over. This is the day when such evils must come to an end. I have been warned that to take such a stand would put my prestige in jeopardy and cause me to lose millions of dollars, which should accrue me as the champion. But, as I said it once and will say it again, the real enemy of my people is right here. I will not disgrace my religion, my people, or myself by becoming a tool to enslave those who are fighting for their own justice, freedom, and equality. If I thought this war was going to bring my people freedom, equality to 22 million people, they wouldn't have to draft me. I'd join tomorrow. But I either have to obey the laws of the land or the laws of Allah. I have nothing to lose for standing up for my beliefs, so I will go to jail I'll go to jail. We've been in jail for 400 years. Now, that's a statement. That's a statement that has a direct line correlation to the action to which he was reacting. If you want to draft me, I'm saying no. And I'm saying no to your draft to fight your war for these reasons. Direct correlation. Jackie Robinson was integrating baseball, the effects of which can still be felt today from all of sport and society that's integrated as a result of his efforts. Stop. This man put himself, his family, his career at great personal jeopardy over a lifetime for which his reward for all of his effort, is still felt and acknowledged by singularly being the only jersey that's retired in all of baseball. And don't even get me started with one of the greatest human beings this country ever produced, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who, by the way, when he organized sit-ins at lunch counters, it's because black people were denied the right to sit at the lunch counter and eat. When they organized boycotts of the buses, it was because black people weren't allowed to sit in the front of the bus. If you're going to have a protest, the goal should be to apply pressure on those of power so that they yield to the will of righteousness and justice. And the point was, if you went to the counter and disrupted their business, it would impact them, one, economically, and two, socially. Likewise, if you boycotted the buses, whose customers were predominantly people of color, again, you are imposing economic pressure as well as social pressure to make those in power do the right thing. All I can tell you is of those, while people debate his right to stand or not to stand, of all the entities capable of punishing or imposing consequences on Colin Kaepernick, from most likely to least likely, the San Francisco 49ers, the NFL, the San Francisco police, and the United States federal government, none of them are making any kind of move to impose any consequence on Colin Kaepernick. And why? Because they all know the law. His right to do it has never been in jeopardy. That's the point. We're so busy talking about his right to do it, or most people are, the message is lost. So now people are saying, well, no, what he really wants to do is stand up for people of color and injustice for color. Okay, maybe. When the president spoke about it, the president said he supported his right to do it. However, that was the headline. What they overlooked is what the president further said: it's messy. That's the point. This isn't a clear, I still really don't know, and maybe he's going to find his way to doing something with a strategy for which there can be an outcome that's measurable about why do all this. If you're going to provoke everyone in this sort of way, you want to have something to show for it. Well, he said he's going to donate $1 million. Great, but that's kind of the optics of it. It's after the fact. It seems like, well, now that there's been an outcry, we're going to donate $1 million to a variety of causes. He may have planned to do it all the time. He may have planned to do this last year. The fact is, the sequence in which it happens just causes people to question the sincerity of it only because of the timing of it. All this to say, everyone should just take a step back, but they won't, and reevaluate what's really going on. If you, Colin Kaepernick, really want to effectuate change, hopefully he's getting together with those that will help him to be more focused. All of those, for example, when I look at the efforts and sacrifice of his life for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I have the Voting Rights Act. I can walk down the street and go to a public restroom. I can use the public fountain. I can vote. I can do all sorts of things that are demonstrative of the sacrifice and efforts he made from his peaceful protest. I can go to play in any sports league I want and all other places around this country because of the sacrifices of Jackie Robinson. I am let's call it better human being just for watching the principled protest of Muhammad Ali. All I'm saying is, before you can stand in the shoes of giants, learn from the way in which they did what they did. Before people just say because you showed up and because your heart is in the right place, that you're on a level playing field with these great men. Okay, that's it for this week. That was straight. I don't even know if I'm going to edit that. I'm just going to let that be where I'm at today because that's just kind of how I'm feeling. I'm thrilled to be back on YouTube, and I've got some other videos that I plan that are going to be good. So welcome everybody. I'm back. We're in the house. We're getting it done. And for this week, that's what happened.